Happy Monday. Today, I want to talk about how to market yourself. And I want to share some insights from an event that I was part of on Friday. So Friday, I had an amazing event, a panel discussion for MGSM. And it was brilliant in terms of the speakers and what was said. And I want to break that down for you so you can apply it to your own career and job search. So the people that were there were talking about their MBA and how they market themselves with their MBA. And it was fascinating to me because those people were doing exactly the same strategies that I teach all of my clients that go through my signature program, the Career Success Program. So, and that is 3 components, and they went exactly through those 3 components. So just it proves to you that it works. Whatever you are facing in your career, in whatever situation you are stuck, if you follow those 3 steps, it will work, guaranteed. So let's talk about those 3 steps. The first step is getting clarity on your pitch. Now, spend time on creating that narrative, your message. You want to stand out from the crowd, right? So you don't want to be vanilla or like everybody else. So you need to be able to clearly articulate why people should hire you instead of anybody else. So why you? Why should they hire or promote you? So you need to be crystal clear about your unique value proposition. Because if it all turns around you, that's not going to work. Most value propositions is, I have so many years experience. I'm a passionate communicator. I'm a result-driven professional. I. And to be honest, at this stage, nobody cares about that. People care about their problem. So if you're in the shoes of a decision maker and hiring manager, then you have to think about, okay, they have a problem that you can solve. What is that problem? Because they need extra resources. That's why they are hiring you. So you have to think about, okay, what is my unique value proposition and how can I translate that into a pitch that is going to articulate clearly to the other person what it is that I can do for them, not you, for them. And that is, first of all, creating your pitch. Now, creating an elevator pitch is really, really hard because talking about yourself, if you like most of my clients and including me, when it comes down to talking about yourself, it is so difficult. So don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's from your colleagues, your peers, your family, or a professional coach like myself. So that's the first thing. And that is the foundation of everything else. If you don't get your pitch right, all the rest will not work. I can guarantee you. So your pitch is the core foundation. The best way to explain that to you is like, think about the foundation of a house. If you have a crooked foundation, or if you don't spend the time in putting it right, then the whole house is not going to be stable or crooked. So the more time you spend in getting that foundation the right way, the better the quality of the whole entire house. And your pitch is your foundation. Otherwise, it won't work. All right, so let's move to the second step. The second step is your self-marketing material. Now, that is your resume, that is your cover letter, and that is your LinkedIn profile. Now, it all needs to tell the same story. It needs to be congruent, because you can't claim something on your resume and then people go and check you out on your LinkedIn profile and see that you're positioning yourself in a different light. Because we all know a confused mind doesn't make any decisions. So you want to take away all the confusion that people might have around your profile. So that's why we have to have consistency across your LinkedIn profile, your resume, and your cover letter. Now, a cover letter needs to complement your resume. So your resume is really your sales pitch. It doesn't need to be the traditional way of putting a resume together where you list a couple of things and give a career overview and career history of everything that you've ever done. No, the best way to look at a resume is to look at it this way. If we see like a movie, like how long is it? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours? And so a trailer of a movie, it's only 90 seconds. And in 19 seconds, they are able to give you the flavor of the movie, whether it's adventure, horror, romantic movie. They give you an overview of the people that actually are acting in it, so the actors. And in a split second, you make a decision whether you go and buy a ticket and see the movie. And that's exactly what you want to do with your resume. Instead of giving an overview of everything that you can do, you want to give a snapshot that's compelling enough for them to pick up the phone, call you and say, we want to see you for an interview. And that's basically what you want to achieve. So you see how you actually can, all these tools work together. They're not individually standalone components. It's like first you have to really create your pitch. Then you have to create your self-marketing material. So, and then once that those two elements are in place, you deal with the third element. And the third component is building a strategy. Now, building a strategy, because otherwise you're not going anywhere. You might have a really nice LinkedIn profile, a really good resume, but if you're not having a strategy, you're just like not going to achieve your goal. Now, that strategy needs to have certain components. First of all, you need to know how to raise your profile, because now your profile is up to date and really like standing out. But if you're not able to raise your profile, whether that's internally or externally, you're going to get stuck. So raising your profile is critical part. Then the job market, understanding your job market. Where if you are a professional with 15, 20 years experience in the same industry and you just want to keep on working in the same industry and you don't want to change anything and maybe the same job or anything like that, you probably won't have a problem. But if you are a professional that's looking to diversify their career, going in a different industry, or even stepping up to the next level, you're going to have to really think about how am I going to approach the job market? Who is the best person to help me make that transition? Who do I need to network with? And with networking, on last Friday, we had a good discussion, because a lot of networking happens really, really wrong. Like I got an approach from LinkedIn the other day from a guy saying like, hey, Caroline, I'm looking for another job. Let me know if you know anything. I don't know this guy. He's like approaching me to say like, hey, if you know of any jobs that match my profile. So he expects me to go and check out his LinkedIn profile to actually see like, oh yeah, I might know somebody. That's the whole wrong way. So there's a right way of doing it. And what you want to do with networking is like, you can't ask a girl to marry you on the first date. So you can't network with the idea straight away in mind, you're going to get me a job. It's a two-way street. So you have to build that relationship. So like networking is a really critical part of career success, but networking is building relationships. And a lot of my clients are really great in stakeholder management and building those relationships. And it's transferring those skills for your career development and career progression. So that's another part. Then a part of the strategy is also really mastering certain interview techniques. Now, when I talk about interview techniques, I'm not talking about your box standard interviews, because what got you to that level isn't necessarily going to get you to the next level. So you have to really be able to step up your interview game. So it's really important that you now master interview skills that are going to give you that stretch in responsibility, that's going to give you a higher salary, that are going to give you opportunities in a totally different industry. So you need to be able to do that. And then the last part is negotiation skills. That should be part of your strategy. Like if you're anything like most of my clients, you will be good at negotiating contracts and with new suppliers and agreements and so on. But when it comes down to negotiating for self, most people like struggle. And and they rather sacrifice and say like, oh, if I just get into the door, foot into the door or work there, I can prove myself and then my salary can increase. So, but that's not always the right thing. So you have to be able to learn the right negotiation techniques. So those are the 3 key strategies that you can implement today. So the first one is create your pitch. Know what you stand for, because that is a quality every single great leader has. They are very clear on what they stand for. So really hone in on that and delve deep to define yours. Secondly, your self-marketing material, whether you're actively looking or passively looking, it needs to be up to date, and really need to be able to be proud of what you're putting out there. And thirdly is having a career strategy. And that is long-term, how to raise your profile. And that is short-term, how to navigate the job search, job market. And that is also like mastering interview techniques. Whether you will use them internally or externally, it doesn't matter. You need to be able to articulate very clearly the value you added to a company, because working hard and hoping that others will see it is not the best strategy. I can promise you that. So I hope this resonated with you. If it did, thumbs up, share this with anybody that you know that might need to hear this message, because the more people that hear this message, the more people I can help transform their career. So if you want to take it a step further, there are a couple of ways you can do that. First of all, if we are not connected and you just came across this live stream by accident, connect with me on LinkedIn. Secondly, if you're looking for a free training on the 5 simple steps to stand out, get more interviews, and land your next leadership role, I will pop a link below to that free training, and you can go and watch it. If you are in the market, maybe you're just looking in a job and just like window shopping for a new job, go and watch that training. It's 35 minutes, and it's going to be the best 35 minutes you have spent in understanding how the mechanics work and how to build a career that's strategic, intentional, because most people are unintentional. They just drift from job to job. So they created the career by default rather than a career by design. And you want to create your career by design. And secondly, if you say, Caroline, you are my person. I've been watching you a long time now, and I just like want to take my career to the next level and I want to move forward, get in contact with me, newhorizoncoaching.com.au/call. What we're doing, I work with people that are based all over the world. So whether you're in Australia, Singapore, New Zealand, Asia, Europe, America, the UK, doesn't matter. My client base is from all over the world. What they have in common is that they have over 15 years experience. They are in a leadership role and they want to land the next leadership role. And it's not any leadership role. They want to feel challenged. They want to feel fulfilled, and they want to get paid what they are worth. And so they want to have a strategy together that really gets them to that result. If that is you, if you say like, yes, I'm in that situation, reach out to me, schedule a call. And on that call, what we're going to do is very simple, is like delving into your current situation. And understanding what makes you you. We're going to then zoom out and actually look at the bigger picture. Okay, where do you want to be? What is the gap? And how can we close that gap? And how can I help you get there quicker? And that's what we're going to do. And at the end of the call, if you say, Caroline, I need your help to actually get there, I will tell you how. And otherwise, you will go away with a strategy on how to make that a reality. So I hope this was good. Again, if this message resonated with you, lots of thumbs up, because the more engagement I get on my videos, the more LinkedIn likes it. So help me spread the message to other people that might need to hear this. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Bye.